Hey, what's going on, everyone? Francois Planet here at Studio 31, and time for another video from the live room this week with 3's and 7's.
How's it, guys? The song is called Azure Eyes. Thank you. That was a song called Azure Eyes. This next one is a song called Stars. The wind and mist and stars. How's everyone doing out there? Hope you're all having a good day, afternoon, evening, morning, all of the above. All right. Just a bit of a change. All right, this next one is called Pop Punk Song. Goes a little something like this. Striking back, no, there's no keeping track of all the times I've found a knife in my back. you very much, everyone. We're a band called 3's and 7's. This is our last song. It's called I'm Done.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the live room here at Studio 31. Tonight we've got 3's and 7's in the studio, and I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hey, what's up guys? I'm Matt and I'm the lead guitarist of 3's and 7's.
Hello, I'm Lorenzo and I play the drums.
How's it? I'm Murray. I'm the singer and I play a rhythm guitar sometimes.
And the vocals.
And I also play the bass.
Yes, that's right. We're going to get to that bass in a little while. Now, Matt, welcome. Thank you so much for all three of you coming through to Johannesburg and having a good time with us. Tell us a little bit more about your band, where it started, how long ago, those kind of things.
Well, thanks very much for having us, dude. So, the band started 2018. I met Murray at Wits when we started first year together. And then later on in the year, after Murray and I had decided to start a band together because of our love for similar artists, like Foo Fighters, Nirvana, Aerosmith, Led Zeppelin. I met Lorenzo at a house party and he said, I'm a drummer. I was like, great, we actually need a drummer because our drummer can't really play with the band. So long story short, he joined, a few other people have come and gone over the years since we started, and it's pretty much been the three of us at the core, and here we are.
Lovely, man. Thank you so much. Pass it over to Lorenzo. Loz for short, right?
Yes.
All right. Now, a little birdie sat on my shoulder and said that you're actually the metalhead of the band.
I am, yes.
Okay, so now tell us a little bit more about how a metalhead started playing for a rock band, and how do you make that link between metal and rock?
Well, rock for me has always been the starting point. And then just growing up playing on toy drums and playing on first cheap drums and stuff like that, it was always just rock that I was playing to. So I'm not a metal drummer. I just listen to the music and stuff like that.
All right, but you do kick that double kick quite well.
Oh, thank you. I'm trying. I'm trying, teaching myself as we go and getting better a little bit.
Is that a new addition to the music of 3's and 7's? The double kick, I mean.
Not necessarily, no. I played at a band in school, and there was another drummer there as well, and he brought along a double kick, and I was like just fiddling around, and I said, I need one of these.
All right.
So I went and scoured Facebook, and I found a good deal, and went and grabbed it, and here we are.
Fantastic, thanks, man. Murray.
What's up?
Yeah, good on you, man. Welcome back to South Africa. Tell us a little
Thank
bit
you.
more. Where were you?
I was in the U of K. Old bangers and mash land. Good to be home though.
Lovely, lovely. Now, you were away in the UK for about 9 months, if I'm not mistaken. Tell us a little bit more about your journey that way. Why did you go across?
So basically, the goal was for me to try and be a scout, I guess,
Okay.
for the band, try and expand our network a little bit, that side of the world. But I'm on an ancestral visa, so I was there primarily to see what life is like on the other side of the world, pretty much.
Yeah.
New adventures, different people, and a really awesome music scene. Got to see some really cool bands. I do have to say, South Africans are really, really up there in terms of quality of musician.
Absolutely.
We have some amazing musicians, acts, bands, artists this side. It's just incredible. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Great stuff. Thank you so much for that, man. Now, while you've got the microphone over there, tell us more about your role in 3's and 7, other than just the vocalist and rhythm guitarist.
So pretty much other than making weird noises with my mouth, I pretty much am writing partners with these two, and we pretty much workshop whatever songs, lyrics, and ideas we come up with. I usually come up with the lyrics. I write poetry quite often, so we end up fitting a lot of the poems to the poems, a lot of the poems to the music, or we start off with a guitar idea from Maddie there, and then we work on it and build it up that way. But yeah, pretty much, I just work here, man.
Fantastic. Let's pass it back to Matt.
Just for clarification, like Murray does actually come up with some really good guitar ideas too, like Pop Punk Song and I'm Done and Stars, which you all heard on the session.
Well done.
He wrote those. Well, from the first little bit of it, and then brought it to me, and I was like, these are really good ideas, you know. So sometimes there's a little embryo that he comes up with as well. So yeah, but as Murray said, it's very collaborative. But he is the lyricist, so that's sort of his thing.
Right. Now, with you being such a technical guitarist, and you quite finicky, shall I say, about what you play, how you play, and your setup. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
Absolutely. You've been on my show before on Berg Studio Online. Yes, check me out. Come have a listen.
You heard him. Check it out.
And we've had some real cool conversations about Matt's setup on his guitar and his pedals. But I think you can tell the listeners and viewers a little bit more about that now.
So I suppose the biggest thing I try to think of with my guitar playing is consistency. So like you said, I am very specific about like how I write and what I write, and I'll get to that in a second. But I try to make sure that it's parts that I can play both on stage and in studio.
Yeah.
So having that consistency between the two, and especially in terms of the tone. That being said, my guitar styling is really inspired by like clean guitars, like from Peter Buck and Johnny Marr from REM and the Smiths specifically.
Mm-hmm.
So those are really clean, jangly, shimmery kind of parts, and I use some chorus effect on that, and that really makes them pop. In terms of the overdrive, because that's the other side of my tone, that's very much inspired by like Foo Fighters, sort of have that classic kind of overdrive sound. Brian May from Queen as well. That's why I use my Vox AC30. That's kind of my my main tone. And then also REM in 1994 released an album called Monster,
Okay.
which basically was a complete left turn from their usual jangly, clean sound. And then they dropped some acoustic albums in the early 90s, and then they were like, cool, we're just going to throw the rule book out the window and go full on rock, electric, loud. And that guitar tone is just the sound of an overdriven Vox AC30. And I was like, I heard like, what's the frequency, Kenneth? And it blew my mind. I was like, I gotta like have that tone. So basically it's a combination of those two. So yeah, I would say that's pretty much my sound. And then yeah, just the consistency. So I put like picking parts, I put overdriven parts, I put strumming parts, but like, you know, I play them like according to muscle memory, I would say. So that's kind of how I get my sound.
Right. So what guitar do you play? Where do you go? It's over there.
I got it on my wrist.
But that's a bass guitar.
No, this is the guitar.
Kidding.
Yeah, so
Tell us more.
so yeah, this guitar is ow. Good thing it's dry. It's a Fender Modern Player Marauder. It's a, I think, 2011 model, if I'm not mistaken. They made them between 2011 2013, if I'm not mistaken. And it was a guitar that I saw hanging on the wall when I was 14. I saw it hanging on the wall, and what drew me to it was Kurt Cobain played a Fender Jaguar, which is, you know, in the early 90s, he was well known for playing that. And I was always in my mind like, ooh, I really want a Fender Jag one day. And the most mysterious thing about this guitar is on the headstock it just said Fender. So I was like, ooh, so it's like, I don't know what it is. So I went home, searched Fender Jaguar, I'm scrolling there for like hours, and nothing's coming up. And then I find a picture, and people are like, it's called a Fender Marauder. And I'm like, ooh, okay.
So we learn every day.
So then I'm like, Dad, can I get a Fender Marauder, please? he obviously said yes.
That's because he's got it right now.
But it was a worthwhile investment because I've played it every live show. I've written with it. I've recorded with it. I've, you know, even gone on tour with it, you know, which I'm sure we'll talk about in a bit.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
Cool. Pass it on to Lorenzo. Are you that technical? Like I see you got
No,
a
I
carbon
just hit
fiber
things.
snare. You got some cymbals.
Yeah, the carbon fiber snare is just a wrap. I built that snare, so I was feeling adventurous and building things, so I built the snare. But it's just a wrap.
What's underneath the wrap? Is it steel? Is it metal?
Oh no, it's
What
a
kind?
wood. It's not even round. It's not even properly round. It was like it
It's
was
a rugby ball snare.
at the top shelf of Ronnie's All Bang and Strum It. It was at the top, and I said I just need a shell, and he climbed up there, and it's not even properly round.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
We have a very unique sound.
Okay, and what do you play on at your own studio, or when you cart your drums along?
I've got a Tama Imperial Star. It's gold. Nothing
Sexy.
much to it. Yeah.
Hey, we like your hair.
Thank you. And then cymbals is just whatever I can find when I need something.
As long as they go psh.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, cool. See, simplicity right there.
Exactly.
With the intricacy of Matt's guitaring. Let's get on over to that Epiphone behind Murray. We don't have to fetch it. It's okay. We've got a lot of very nice footage of that guitar. Tell us more about that beautiful Epiphone that's standing over there.
So that was a very generous and awesome birthday present, well, 21st birthday present from my mom and dad. And pretty much I have gone everywhere with it since. I'm not very good at guitar, but I love making noise with it, and it helps a lot, especially just getting the creative juices flowing. Written quite a few little ideas in there. Hopefully you'll hear them soon.
Great stuff. Can't wait, man. Now, you say you take it with you everywhere you go?
Everywhere where it's feasibly possible.
Okay, cool. So you guys just came back from a coastal tour down to KZN. It'd go with you?
It
Weren't you
definitely
scared
did.
that because of the atmosphere change and all the moisture would affect it? Or did you take precaution for that?
Yes and no. I think Matt probably had a little bit more idea of
You just went.
protecting things. So
Like put it in a bag or a case and off we go. Hey ho.
But yeah, pretty much we try and keep it as safe and protected. It's got its
Sure. I'd imagine so.
padded carry bag, and it's managed to survive a couple flights as well. So that's
Good.
always something.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, fingers crossed it keeps on keeping on.
Absolutely. So, with you being there with the microphone and all, what was the experience like going down to KZN, playing with some of the coolest bands that I've met and hung out with? I mean, some of them have come up here. What was it like for you?
It was incredible, man. As we said previously, the talent in South Africa is just incredible. Whether it's Joburg, Cape Town, or Durban, some of the best bands around. Definitely worth the watch. Really, really solid stuff. I feel like there's almost no words to describe. You kind of have to see it for yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, go check out shows.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Lorenzo, how's it
Live
been?
music.
How's that trip been for you down there? What was the most exciting part of it, other than being on stage with fantastic artists?
I'm not actually sure. I was driving, so I wasn't paying attention to these two idiots.
The whole
most of the
time?
Yeah, the whole time. Well, no. After gigs, he drove because I like beer.
Wow.
I'm a good DD.
But no, otherwise it was super fun. It was an amazing drive down. We bonded. Just the whole experience of it.
Okay, and any prospects for going down to other parts of the country?
Potentially, we need to find some budget for that.
Mm-hmm.
But we figured out that it is very feasible to travel, and we can definitely do it.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Loz. Matt, coming back to you, champ.
How's it?
Your recollection, because you're the designated driver, so you don't drink. Give us your clear recollection of your tour down there. Tell us a bit more. Who you played with? Who arranged it?
In terms of the arrangement, I got in contact with Durban Rock City, who Angie from Desert Mother, shout out.
Links below.
Yeah. Who she actually sent me the number of Roth Blamey, who actually works as part of it along with Chase Druitt.
Yes, that's correct.
And lovely people. I had a
All
phone
links
call.
below.
Yeah. Like if you want to go to Durban, like just book through them. They were fantastic. It was literally a phone call. He's like, cool, book your Friday show at the Vern, then we'll do Westfall Warehouse. That's our home base. It's like amazing. And then for the Sunday show, I got in contact with Pedro Carlo, who runs the Soul Sunday sessions, and we managed to get a gig on there. So it was like a whole weekend down there, and we managed to luckily align the dates between Roth's team and Pedro's team to make sure that we could do it in one weekend. It was pretty much me just simply calling them and saying to the guys, all right, cool, give me your free weekends. Let me give them dates. And then it was actually surprisingly easy. And a lot of people have actually said, yeah, no, it looked like a lot of fun. And it was. It was absolutely a blast. We played with loads of awesome bands like The Kill, which is Roth and Chase's band.
That's right, yeah.
Hawema. And who else played that night? Was it just the three at the Vern?
At the Vern, yeah.
Yeah.
The three of us.
Yeah, so that was the first night at the Vern. At Westfall Warehouse, we played with Scotty E., also known as Eric Scott, formerly of South Wolves. Fantastic band, fantastic guy. Then we had Angst Party. We had the Southports, also a fantastic band. Just dropped their debut single. Go check it out. And then us, if I'm not mistaken. There was only 4 guys that night. Yeah. And then on the Sunday, we jammed with a really cool punk band called Element 3, who kind of take like pop songs and then turn them into punk covers.
Okay.
So like literally like playing Hey Jude at like 140 miles per hour is like is like insane. And then like I'm Blue, but like 160 BPM, it's like twice the speed. And and then another band called I've gone blank. Yeah, sorry.
That's right. That's what designated.
They're a really cool cover
driving.
band. They're a really cool cover band, but I'm so sorry I forgot their name like interview pressure. But yeah, like basically it was just like a weekend down with my bandmates, and it was so cool to do it as well right after Murray got back from the UK, because we sort of decided, you know what better way to kickstart again after being apart for 9 months, but being busy with releasing the singles. Like, let's actually book a lot of shows and go down. And week before we went to KZN, we had a Rumours show, and then weekend after we got back, we had a show at Folkoff Bar in Pretoria. So yeah, it was like a, you know, play all the places we know and then play some new places.
That's great, man. I hope you play even more new places, going down via Bloemfontein, Burgersdorp, PE, Cape Town, wherever you can find a gig, man. I mean, people dig your music. It's up, vibey, and it's good, yeah.
Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate that you dig it so much to play it on your radio show, so thank you very much.
Hey, I like it, man. So, we've got 6 release singles now.
7.
7 at time of recording, date of recording.
Keep up, dude.
I'm trying. They just don't send me all the songs, you know.
7 and counting.
So, tell us a little bit about the brand new one that was released just the other day.
Yeah, so that one is called Synesthesia.
Yeah.
That was actually the 3rd song we wrote as a band, and what's so crazy about it is it's such an experimental, weird vibe. It's like got clean parts, like I said, it's got the clean, and it's got the overdriven parts. It's got like weird delay pedal messing around, build-ups, bass drops, drum solos, Murray singing like harmonies in the breakdown. It's the craziest song we've ever written to date, in my opinion. And we decided to coincide the KZN tour with the release of that single. So like day of the first show at the Vern on the Friday, we dropped it, and we thought, you know what, cool, release a song, go on tour. It's a great way to promote it. Also a great way to show people that we're still here, still doing it, you know, despite not having had everyone in the country for 9 months. But yeah, so that's the new one, but we've got 6 other really cool ones on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, wherever you listen to it, YouTube. We got some really cool visualizers.
How about Bandcamp?
Bandcamp as well, yeah.
Yeah, support people on Bandcamp. Go buy it there. And then you can go stream on Spotify if you really have to.
You really have to. Yeah, like one guy actually, I've got to give a shout out to my friend Ollie. He's a guy who lives in Norway. And funny enough, he's actually really good friends with Peter Buck, the guitarist from REM.
Oh, wow.
Like, through crazy circumstances in the 80s and 90s, because he's a massive fan, he managed to get some fan catalog of their songs to him, and they've been friends ever since.
Wow.
So he was over in Norway, and we dropped our previous single, our 6th one, Fatal Attraction, and we charged, like, you know, $1 to, like, you know, buy the song, you know, like how most bands do.
Yeah.
And he just paid $10 for it. I was like,
nice.
Whoa,
Well
that's
done,
like
dude.
a lot of money for that, you know? So great guy. So like we've had great support from Bandcamp actually. And yeah, so please go buy our songs. $1, $10, $100. I don't mind. Just keep going up in tens if you want.
Increments of 100.
Yeah.
It's really a lot of money for South African bands, even if it's just $1 for one song. It goes a long way. It helps these guys tour, record new music, studio time, the whole Katuti, man. Support by buying music. Lovely. Let's pass that mic on to Murray and work our way back to Matt. With your lyrics, what inspires you to write what you do?
Everything and anything.
Okay.
I feel like it can be as insignificant as a gust of wind coming at me at the right angle, or as important as, oh, this is a life decision I need to make, I better make a note, this is going to be pretty cool. But yeah, I pretty much keep a note open on my phone, and it's got pages and pages of lyric ideas, song ideas, and yeah, poems. Pretty much, I can't remember who said it, but someone said the best way to find inspiration is to be open to the muse. So, shut up, Matt Bellamy. Yeah, pretty much whenever something, even if it's a small idea, comes to mind, just note it down. You might never know, you might never touch it, or it might become a full-blown album or
Right,
script
absolutely.
or something like that. So,
Love
yeah.
it, man. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. Lorenzo.
Yo.
Are you originally South African?
Originally, like back in the day, ancestors, no. But
Okay.
my parents were both born here, but I am half Italian, yes.
Okay, so hence the name.
Yes. there we
Okay,
go.
fantastic. I've always wondered, and now I do. It's never the worst time to ask during a hangout where your name comes from. Where's the band name come from, Lorenzo?
The band name. So this happened before I joined the band, but these guys had a gig, and they were going to play, and the organizers asked them, "What's the name of your band for the poster?" And they were like, "Ooh, about that." And one of the songs that they were covering was 3's and 7's by Queen of the Stone Age, and they said, 3's and 7's, let's go. And
There we go.
Since
Yeah.
then, yeah.
Easy peasy, man. Thank you so much, Lorenzo. Before we start to wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen, let's quickly talk about the way forward for 3's and 7 band and touch a little bit more on merchandise and where all their music can be found, streamed and bought.
Lekker. Well, to start with the future prospects, definitely, as Lorenzo said, we are thinking about doing more tours. Hopefully down to Cape Town, hopefully down to Bloem. I believe Sunken States are playing there this weekend with Lower Hollow.
and Anarcholist.
Yeah, and they're putting it together like a huge thing because apparently the Bloem scene's been like ready.
Yeah, unfortunately it's dead.
Yeah, so hopefully down to Bloem and PE, like you said. So yeah, we're definitely thinking now that we've done it once, why not do it again? And we actually, surprisingly to us, made a profit from this previous tour. So we were like,
Fantastic.
cool. We didn't die either. So we managed, even on that nasty, was it N3 strip with all the logging trucks and stuff where you were driving? Yeah, we don't speak about that, so I'm going to stop right there. But we didn't die, and we had a great time, and we made a profit. So hopefully more tours, and even if Murray does, go back to the UK sort of at the end of the year, then we'll just keep releasing music. So hopefully record some more before he leaves. We're writing some new songs as well, jamming some new stuff. So yeah. And then in terms of streaming, you guys can check us out: Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Deezer, Bandcamp. We got merch as well, if you do the honors. We got some lekker simple logo design t-shirts, 220 Rand. You can DM us on Instagram or any social media platform, Facebook, Instagram, at 3's and 7's band with the numbers. You guys can DM us if you'd like, 220 Rand. And yeah, that's pretty much us.
Fantastic. That's even 30 rands cheaper than most other shirts you can buy anywhere.
Oh yeah. We like to try and make it, try and make a profit, but make it as affordable as we can because, we'd like people to wear them. And actually what we did was, because it was our first tour and, all the people who came together to make it happen was so awesome, we actually gave them a shirt as a thank you present.
Right.
And they've been wearing it. In fact, Chase wore it to our shirt at Westville Warehouse in KZN. So he was already repping it. Some of our friends have bought already. Reino Taron, Truth Decade, and his wife Sam, they got our friends Thorns of Ivory are sporting them. So yeah, it's great to know that our friends actually really dig us enough to buy a t-shirt as well. So if you guys want to support as well, that would be appreciated.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much. Any final words from you guys, starting with Murray over there? Shout out, some plugs, whatever you like.
Thank you for giving us a watch and a listen, and for staying tuned. And big thank you to you, Mr. Planet Man. Always been a legend. And yeah, good to be home.
Thank you very much.
I got nothing much to say. Just thanks. We've had a fantastic evening.
I'm glad you had fun.
We jammed a couple takes because of amps blowing and in-ears not working and all
Vox
that stuff.
AC30.
Yeah. It's part of the business, and thanks to Studio 3031. Yes. There we go.
Thanks,
Merrick. and also thank you, Merrick, and thank you, Ruan, and thank you, France, for having us. We've had a lot of fun, but I want to end by asking you a question.
Oh, okay, so he's ending it for us.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I'm gonna
so before he says goodbye on behalf of us all, let metal shape you.
Yeah.
Okay, now ask your question.
Okay. Where does the name France the Planet come from? Because I've been wondering this, and now I can ask you.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's been good. It's been fun. You've seen it with me, France the Planet, and 3's and 7's Band live from Studio 31. Keep it heavy, and remember, let metal shape you.